राज्य का मतलब होता है, इंग्लिश में अगर आप कन्वर्ट करें इस वर्ड को राज्य को, दैट मीन्स स्टेट. सो the parties which are going to represent the state and their formations and their rulings, that is Rajya Sabha. Let's read about them. Rajya Sabha functions primarily as representative of the states of India in the parliament. Rajya Sabha can also have initiative legislation, and a bill is required to pass through the Rajya Sabha in order to become the law. What they are saying here is that Rajya Sabha represents the state government in a parliament. अब पार्लियामेंट में सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट भी होता है. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट इज जो पूरे इंडिया को रूल करता है, जो पूरे इंडिया के रूल्स और रेगुलेशंस को सेट करता है. बट स्टेट वाइज भी रूल्स होते हैं. लाइक गुजरात इज़ अ ड्राई स्टेट. गुजरात डज नॉट सेल अल्कोहल इन ओपन, सो दैट इज़ अ ड्राई स्टेट. ये सारे रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस कौन सेट करेगा? In Delhi and Haryana, there is no such rule of dry state. There you can have alcohol on the local shops available, but they also should be government authorized shops. But they are there. So these state representations are called Rajya Sabha. Now, Rajya Sabha is also initiative legislations, is responsible for the initiation of the legislation bills. Now, what does this means? कोई भी अगर लॉ पास कराना है तो वो राज्य सभा पास करेगी टू बिकम अ लॉ. आप किसी भी लॉ को बनाने के लिए आपका प्रोसेस होता है, देन यू सबमिट अ बिल. यू सबमिट अ बिल बाय सेइंग दैट यू नीड दिस लॉ इन द government. So for making that law, first you have to make a bill out of that. You will have a discussion over it. So who is the party who's going to decide that this bill can be set as a rule now in the government? Rajya Sabha is going to do that. Now, it is therefore has an important role in reviewing and alternating if the alternation is needed in the law or the bill that is being passed by Lok Sabha. अगर लोक सभा ने कोई भी बिल बनाया है, कोई भी लॉ बनाया है जिसके लिए उनको लगता है कि इस लॉ में थोड़ा अमेंडमेंट की ज़रूरत है, थोड़े चेंज की ज़रूरत है, तो वो कौन रिकमेंड करेगा? राज्यसभा. देन हाउ डज राज्यसभा फंक्शंस? राज्यसभा इज इलेक्टेड बाय द इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स ऑफ लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली ऑफ वेरियस स्टेट्स. वेरियस स्टेट्स के लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली के मेंबर्स राज्यसभा को इलेक्ट करते हैं. हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स आर देयर? There are 233 members which are elected in Rajya Sabha here. Then plus 12 members which are nominated by the president. So that means 2 to 3 plus 12 members which are nominated by the president. That is the total number of Rajya Sabha members. Before this, let me explain you one thing also, students, that we read in the first part of our video explanation that a parliament is made out of specially 3 things: president, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So we have discussed about the powers of Lok Sabha. Now we have discussed about the powers of Rajya Sabha. Now we are going to read further about a topic which is that to control, guide and inform the government. The functions of the parliament in total, what a parliament is going to do for the government. The parliament, while in being in session, the most important part is question hour. पार्लियामेंट का सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन होता है क्वेश्चन आवर. व्हाट इज़ अ क्वेश्चन आवर? क्वेश्चन आवर इज़ अ प्लेस और इज़ अ टाइम व्हेन द MPs can ask the questions from the ruling party or the party which is doing any kind of law, passing out any kind of law, or going out and bringing out any kind of bill that they want this law. So opposition party, see here, the parliament, that is MPs asking questions to the government, is a crucial task for every MP. The opposition party plays a critical role in the healthy functioning of the democracy. What they are saying here that जो भी MPs इलेक्टेड होते हैं वो सभी ओपोजिशन पार्टी में जो लोग होते हैं वो रूलिंग गवर्नमेंट से क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं, क्योंकि इसी से एक हेल्दी डेमोक्रेसी का फंक्शनिंग होता है. बिकॉज सी, जो भी आपके ड्रॉबैक्स हैं वो आपको कौन बताएगा? जब आप कभी कभी कोई काम करते हैं तो आपको लगता है कि आप ठीक कर रहे हैं, as a person or as a party or as a team, you think it is fine. But maybe the other team who is not with you, who is there to see as a third person, that party can see that no, this thing is going wrong. Or maybe if you have done this thing, then can you give a reason why have you taken this decision? So for that, the opposition party plays a very critical role in functioning of democracy as well. They highlight the drawbacks in the various policies, programs of the government and mobilize popular support of their own policies. Now, do you understand that how do they control and guide and inform the government? Here we are saying that how do they guide the government? The ruling party is the government, the executives, how do we guide them? We guide them by asking question, and that is done in the question hour. Now we are going to read further how do the parliament controls the function of the government. The government gets valuable feedback and is kept on toes by the questions asked by the MPs. In addition, all the matter dealing with finance, parliament approval is crucial for the government. This is one of the several ways of the parliament controls and guides and informs the government. See, again here, now what they are saying, that how do they do the controlling and the guiding of the government? They're going to need the approval of the parliament in passing any kind of finances. If you are going to have any finances, then in the matter of dealing with finances, you need to have a approval of the government for the parliament. The approval of the parliament is needed for the ruling party. Now that doesn't mean that if you are the ruling party, you can do anything. You have to answer to the questions asked by the MPs. Then you have to dealing of the finances, you have to have the approval, which is very crucial for the government. The parliament's approval is very crucial. So they need to have this approval, then only they can go ahead with the finance decisions. This is one of the several ways how the parliament is going to control, guide and inform the government. The MPs as representatives are now guiding the central role in the controlling, guiding and informing the parliament. This is the key aspect of functioning of Indian democracy. Here they are saying that the MPs are the representatives of the people, okay, to the central role. To the central government, MPs are the representative of the people because they are elected by us. So they are controlling, guiding and informing that this is what people want. So they are telling to the parliament that this is what the people are going to want because they have elected us. We know what they want in their lives or in their law or in their ruling. Now this is the key aspect of Indian democracy. This is how people function in the decision making. MPs plus democracy. That means this is public decision making. This is how people are able to participate in the decision making of the parliament. Now, law making is a significant function of the parliament, but we are going to read about it in the next chapter. That what are the laws made and how are the laws made by the parliament. Moving ahead. Who are the people in the parliament? From where do they come? We have to think about it. Who are these people? How are these people elected for the parties? What is the parameter of these people coming in the parliament? How can, if you want to go and have an election or fight against the government or oppose somebody in the elections and want to win against them or want to be a member of parliament, how is it that possible? Is it possible or not? Who are these people? How much are they educated? What is the criteria needed to be a minister? Let's study about it. Now they are saying that for parliament now has more and more people from different background now. For example, there are more rural members as also members from regional parties. Group of people till now unrepresented are getting elected to the parliament. What happened used to earlier was that earlier times people used to be coming to parliament who were the members of who were the MPs and people. They were very rich and elite class people. They only used to become MPs. They only used to win the elections. But now, like if you know, AAP party, Aam Aadmi party, they were not in this field. They were not ministers, but they came up, and they came up like anything. And now Kejriwal is the CM of Delhi. He's the Chief Minister of Delhi. How? Because now they are able to get their equal rights. They're able to fight. But earlier this was not possible. Now they are also saying that there are a lot of members who are coming from regional parties, and there are people from minorities who are coming and getting elected to the parliament. Talking about now people who are Dalits, from backward castes or minorities, they are also getting chances, and they are getting they are getting a chance to vote in Lok Sabha elections from different years. We are going to see this table, that how the participation of Dalits or the backward people or the minorities has increased day by day, and every year, in set of every 5 years, how people are getting now more of their right to vote and right to represent themselves. And also, if they want to come to the parliament, they can. If they have the power to fight, if they have that kind of people appeal, then they can come. Now let's look at this table. See, if you see this table, in the first year, in 1951 to 52, there was 48.87% of voters turnout. Do you understand that 44.87 people were only voting from the total population of India? Then in the fourth time, there was 61.04%. Then there was again increasing and decreasing, but it was never so less. It has always been increasing. So, and it has now in the now in these years, this is just the data from 2004, but in 2020, 2019, the participation of people has increased a lot because of the changes coming in the government and people getting their seats there. Now it